Hey everyone, welcome to Mecha Test Studio, where we abuse our Gunpla by shaking and dropping it to test its quality. Today, we've got a real heavyweight in the arena, the mighty Strike Freedom. Arguably the coolest and strongest HG Freedom kit out there right now. Kira Yamato would be proud, right? The true ultimate machine of Kira Yamato. Officially priced at 2,700 yen, this kit is 700 yen more than the previous HGCE Strike Freedom. So yeah, it's a bit spendy for a high grade. But the real question is it worth the extra cash, or is it just flexing on the price tag? Let's find out if it can hold its ground in our durability tests, or if it'll turn into plastic confetti. Speaking of strong contenders, our reigning champion, the Lightning Buster, 96 points and still undefeated. Can the mighty Strike Freedom take the crown, or will it flop harder than me trying to do the Jesus pose for my kids? Alright, for those of you who are new here, welcome to the chaos. Here's the deal. As I felt like a 1-minute shake test was stretching it, today we're cutting it down to 45 seconds. We've got 3 levels of shake intensity, each lasting 15 seconds. Think of it like a dance-off, but only for Gunpla. For every part that flies off, we're deducting points. If this kit loses more parts than I do in a boss fight, well, you know what that means. Level 1, light shake. The gentle shake, the calm before the storm. In an ideal world, nothing should fall off. But of course, the backpack couldn't handle even this baby level shake. Come on, bro. Not far behind were the hand armor and beam saber, making a graceful exit like they're in an Avengers disintegration scene. Level 2, medium shake. Alright, time to amp it up. Let's see how it handles a real-world scenario, like your cat knocking it off your desk. Well, beam saber number 2 wasn't sticking around for that. Gone. Level 3, full speed shake. Brace yourselves. Here comes the shake machine at full throttle. Will this kit survive, or are we about to witness a mini Gundam apocalypse? And the wrist armor goes flying. Not looking good for our boy. Total points deducted from the shake test? 9. Ouch. Mighty Strike Freedom? Maybe drop the mighty from your name. Now for my favorite part, the drop test, where we yeet this kit from a 3-meter height and watch gravity do its thing. Spoiler alert, no kit has survived this test without a few parts snapping off. And today's no different. Gravity 5, Gunpla 0. We're going face down, as suggested by our lovely viewer. Because, let's be real, this is how every builder has experienced their kit taking a nosedive off the shelf at some point. For each part that breaks, we'll deduct 2 points. 3, 2, 1, and bam! The results are in. Both hands with weapons snapped off. That's rough. The waist railgun, 2 beam sabers, and the katana followed suit. A total of 6 parts went down. That's 12 points deducted. Not a good day for Mighty Strike Freedom. With a grand total of 21 points lost, the Mighty Strike Freedom is left with a score of 79. Yikes. This is officially the worst performing Freedom kit on this channel. Let's break down where things went wrong. Even though the new Mighty Strike Freedom looks similar to the OG, it's got a brand new mold. And let's be honest, Bandai loves to tweak things like it's their hobby. Now, you'll notice some personal touches on mine. I've hand-painted certain parts, top coat, panel line, and slapped on third-party decals, because if there's one thing I can't stand, it's stickers. Stickers are evil. Let's talk color separation. First off, there are 2 correction stickers, one being a 3D pink sticker applied to the wing armor gaps, the Proud Defenders, which honestly sounds like a Dungeons & Dragons guild. The stickers stick to the grooves well, and honestly, they look pretty slick. Without that pop of pink, the wings would look as plain as a cheap knockoff Gundam. The blue part at the bottom of the backpack? Also a sticker. And I know a lot of you aren't fans of the gold part inside the backpack, but we'll save that rant for later. The wings of the Mighty Strike Freedom use a single white tone, making it hard to distinguish between the body and wings at first glance. Personally, I think the original Strike Freedom with its Dragoon system looks more harmonious. The color separation is slightly better than the original Strike Freedom, but not drastically so. Without looking at the backpack, you might think their bodies have nearly identical color schemes. The joints use two types of gold, one with a glossier finish and the other a duller yellow gold. For example, at the elbows, you can see a layered effect with the two different colors. Looking at the body alone, you'll notice clear differences in proportions. The ankle armor is larger, and the area from the calf to the knee is shorter, creating a more segmented, dynamic look. The forearms have a slight inward curve, and the waist is more contoured, giving it a subtle, muscular feel. While the original Strike Freedom has a sleek, elegant silhouette, the mighty Strike Freedom looks stronger and more agile. There are also notable differences in details. The original Strike Freedom has a hidden calf thruster, but the mighty Strike Freedom features a color-separated and bigger external thruster. The black section at the crotch extends further down than on the original. The side skirts of the Strike Freedom are layered, while the mighty Strike Freedom skirts have a stepped design. There's also a clear difference in the shape of the railguns mounted on the waist. However, the firing mechanism remains the same. The mighty Strike Freedom lacks the rear joint on the railguns, so the beam rifle can't be stored at the waist like on the original. Now, on to articulation. Starting with the head. It does the standard 360-degree turn, the usual up, down, left, right, nothing to write home about. But hey, it's functional. For the arms, we've got a full 360-degree rotation and almost a full bend. Fancy. The legs can be pulled down thanks to the seed action system, making it easier to pull off the trademark Jesus pose. But the railguns do get in the way of the leg spread, so it's not perfect. The wings offer basic articulation, and when extended, they reveal those striking pink highlights we talked about earlier. Originally, these gold parts were intended to function like the Dragoon system, but that idea was scrapped. The wings can be swapped with those of the original Strike Freedom, transforming it into the Strike Freedom Type 2. However, I noticed that the proud defenders are extremely loose when mounted on the old Strike Freedom. Now, onto the accessories. This kit comes with 2 beam rifles, 2 short beam sabers, 1 long beam saber, 2 beam effect part, a swappable V-fin, a beam shield, and a katana. The beam sabers are now mounted on top, similar to the Freedom Gundam, but the pegs don't hold the handles well, making them prone to falling out, which you saw in our test. Definitely a downside. You also get a combined beam saber, which I kinda like it as the old design always falls apart. Aside from the beam sabers, the mighty Strike Freedom is equipped with a katana, which I never expected. Feels like they threw it in just because of Astray's popularity. Even has a dedicated mount on the backpack. Nice touch. The beam rifle is the same as the one from the original Strike Freedom, with a sensor at the center surrounded by a blue frame. This time, it uses a total black frame, unlike the previous Strike Freedom from 8 years ago, which used a dark blue frame. The back part also has a different design this time. There's a separate V-fin, which, as you might know, can be swapped to reveal a hidden weapon. Unfortunately, it uses stickers for the red parts instead of proper color separation. As for third-party accessories, if you want to recreate the iconic movie scene, you can grab yourself a third-party railgun from DDB. The DDB railgun looks slightly different from Bandai, and here's the difference between it and Bandai from Luna Maria Gelgug Menace. If you're looking to mount all 3 railguns like in the movie, you'll need the Wing of Light from DDB, which comes with this connector for mounting on the sides. The final look? Pretty sick if you ask me. In conclusion, while the mighty Strike Freedom might look similar to the original, it features many updates, including a new CE joint design, better articulation, and a more dynamic look overall. I'm not a fan of the gold color on the backpack, but I do appreciate the more aggressive head design and the new proportions. Still, it's a decent kit for display, just maybe not the best for durability. That's all for today's test. If you enjoyed this brutal breakdown, be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, the leaderboard is getting spicy, so stay tuned for more epic Gunpla destruction. Until next time, peace out.